Alright guys, welcome back to Crazy Cars, and today we've got something seriously special on the table, the 2026 Oldsmobile Toronado. Yes, Oldsmobile is officially back, and they brought the Toronado name with them. This one's for the real drivers, the ones who still crave the sound of a roaring engine, the feeling of raw power under the hood, and a design that doesn't apologize for being bold. Let's jump right into it. The Toronado was always a bit of a wild card back in the day, big, aggressive, front-wheel drive V8 muscle that didn't care what the rest of the market was doing. And the 2026 version, it keeps that rebellious spirit alive. First off, let's talk design. This car is massive, low-slung, and dripping with retro attitude. You've got sharp edges, wide hips, a long hood, and a stance that screams, "Move out of my way." The front end is aggressive as hell. Sleek LED headlights, a wide black grille with a new Oldsmobile emblem, and deep air intakes that look like they mean business. From the side, you'll notice the proportions are pure muscle coupe. 2 doors, long doors, wide fenders, and 20-inch alloys standard, but you can upgrade to 22s with the performance package. The rear is clean but mean, with a light barred taillight stretching all the way across and quad exhaust tips sticking out like they've got something to prove. The whole thing just looks powerful. It's not trying to be cute or sleek, it's got that 1970s bad boy attitude with 2026 swagger. Now, let's get into the real meat, the powertrain. Oldsmobile decided to bring back the front-wheel drive layout that made the OG Toronado so unique. But they've also done something wild, an available all-wheel drive setup that puts down all that torque without sacrificing fun. Under the hood, you've got a 6.2L naturally aspirated V8, tuned to crank out around 480 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque. No turbos, no hybrid system, just raw V8 muscle, like it should be. That motor revs smooth, sounds glorious, and delivers power with a fat wave of torque that just keeps pushing. Paired with a slick 8-speed automatic transmission, the shifts are tight, snappy, and perfectly matched to the engine. You get full manual control through paddle shifters too if you want that added level of involvement. Launch control is standard, and trust me, when you mash the pedal, this beast hauls. 0 to 60 happens in just under 4.5 seconds, not supercar fast, but for a big, heavy coupe. That's seriously impressive. Handling. Honestly, it's better than expected. The 2026 Toronado is built on a new GM platform with a stiffer chassis and adaptive dampers that can switch between comfort and sport on the fly. In touring mode, it floats down the road like a big luxury cruiser, smooth, composed, and refined. But flip it into sport or track mode, and the suspension tightens up, the steering gets heavier, and the car really comes alive. You can feel the chassis lean in and grip as you take corners faster than any big coupe should. It's not a track car, but it's got moves, and it makes those moves confidently. The exhaust note is something else. Deep, loud, crackles on downshifts, and roars under full throttle. It's addictive. And the best part, it's not artificially enhanced. What you hear is what you get. Real sound, from real combustion. None of that fake EV noise or overproduced audio trickery. Now inside, Oldsmobile didn't hold back. It's retro-inspired but completely modern. You've got a digital cluster that mimics classic analog gauges, a massive center touchscreen angled toward the driver, and real metal accents all over. The seats are leather and suede, heavily bolstered, and super comfortable. You sit low, with a commanding view of the long hood, and everything just feels planted and confident. There's a healthy mix of tech and nostalgia here, like they knew what to bring forward and what to leave in the past. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless charging, a banging 14-speaker Bose system, ambient lighting, it's all here. But thankfully, they left in physical buttons for climate and audio controls, so you're not fiddling with screens while doing 80 on the freeway. One cool touch, there's a throwback T-style shifter and a little digital Toronado plaque in the center console that lights up when you start the car. Subtle, but slick. Rear seat space. It's tight, as expected in a 2-door coupe, but usable for short trips or smaller adults. Trunk space is solid though, big enough for weekend bags or a couple golf clubs. And yes, it's still got a spare tire in the back. Respect. As for driving aids and safety tech, you get all the modern goodies. Adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, auto emergency braking. It's all standard, and it doesn't get in your way unless you want it to. Now fuel economy, it's not terrible, considering what this car is. You're looking at around 16 mpg city, 25 highway, which for a V8 coupe, is honestly not bad. But let's be real, you're not buying a Toronado for gas mileage. You're buying it for the experience. Price-wise, the 2026 Oldsmobile Toronado starts at around $55,000, which puts it right in line with upper-trim Chargers, Mustangs, and Camaros. But with its unique styling, V8 front-wheel drive, AWD combo, and that old-school vibe, this thing stands out in a big way. And if you go for the GNX-style performance package, bigger brakes, sport suspension, carbon fiber roof, more aggressive tuning, you're looking at closer to $65,000, fully loaded. So what's the verdict? This is one of those rare cars that doesn't follow the trend, it makes its own lane. It's got heritage, it's got heart, and it's unapologetically loud and proud. The 2026 Toronado is a real car for real enthusiasts, and in today's world of silent, cookie-cutter EVs, that makes it a total legend. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you miss the muscle cars of the past but want a modern twist, the Toronado brings it all together. It's bold, fast, loud, stylish, and most importantly, it's still a car that makes you feel something. Alright guys, that's a wrap for today. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you take the 2026 Toronado over a Dodge Challenger or Ford Mustang? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Crazy Cars. I'll catch you in the next one.